Swords of Legends Online, the next great MMO to come from the East, just like Phantasy Star Online 2 and the soon to come out Lost Ark. This game just released in the West on July 9th in 2021, but this game came out in fucking China in 2019. It's okay, we're in for a great experience. Let's experience this MMO. Fuck! The first part of any MMO is choosing your class. There's the Spearmaster, the Spell Sword, a Summoner, a Reaper, or a Berserker. I'm not gonna pick a fucking Bard. If I wanted to play music while I was fighting, I would play Monster Hunter. We'll go for Spearmaster. I don't think many people would pick it. Well then, I'm not going to be the only one that picks Spearmaster. And let's skim through this character creation and bam! Gameplay. So the first thing you see in the game are cutscenes of an old fight between ancient soldiers fighting some dragon and an evil guy, and how they all died, but I think they still ended up kind of winning the battle. And that's where the story continues. Gather in their honor to see if they're special in any way. And the only way they determine if they're special is if a fragment of one of these ancient swords from over 900 years ago like responds and resonates with them. But while everybody else is special, you seem to be like the only odd fucking ball. You're pathetic compared to everybody else. Anything you try to do, you fuck up. Then you even see this cool motherfucker, Mao Sang. And right when you see him, you... Fuck! Now that I'm back in the game, you have to touch some mirror to go to some spirit realm to find your fragment of sword, kill some shadows, touch the spirit ball of light, and bam, now you have a sword spirit. And this is when I noticed the best feature in the game. I turned my raggedy hero, this is what he looks like, into a fucking man with a small purchase of $50. Their cosmetic store, very limited, is beautiful. Now that my character's looking nice, let's continue with the game. God damn it. After you touch the sacred mirror, then you have to go help out because they're... Wait a minute. Bard might actually be pretty cool. But what I was saying was you have to help out some woman because all these demons with dark chi, which you hear dark chi a million times, are attacking. You help her out, and the moment you help her and you finally reach her, you have to leave because they're attacking somebody else. And now off we go. Bye-bye, you can handle the rest. I'll stop with any story spoilers there because I do encourage you to play the game. It is fun, but it does have its flaws. I'm not the most accustomed to MMOs, but this game, in order to understand it, since it centers a lot around Chinese mythology and Chinese history, there is a lot, and I mean a lot of reading, but I think that normally occurs for MMOs. But this game has so many stunning visuals. One example is they give you a sword that you can ride and float on. It's beautiful. Animation, everything is wonderful. But as I preface this video by saying it came out originally in China 2 years ago, you can tell that the Western release was an afterthought. I can't tell you how many times I swapped to Chinese, Mandarin, or whatever language in the middle of a conversation.
Although it's hard work, it can be of great benefit to you. Would you like to try it?
你这就去找星海校尉莫红秀，他自会指点于你。
Okay, she will teach you. It makes me feel like I'm a little kid and my parents are spelling the words where I can't understand them. And not only that, because that's just one instance of it happening. It happens all the time. Almost every cutscene, every dialogue, it happens. They interrupt the fuck out of each other. They are the rudest motherfuckers.
Also really surprised me.
Yes, Shenren. The most urgent thing right now is to find out
Grandmaster!
where these... Lieutenant Yue, what
I
is wrong
heard
with
that you
you?
ordered the Moas to seize Hao Tsang. Why didn't you tell me?
Jianqing.
Audio bugs aside, let's get into something interesting. Dungeons. I decided to spec into a tank. But the issue with the skill tree, they have these 2 boxes in the bottom corner that are written in Chinese, and I have no idea what they say. The only thing I can assume is that one of them means okay for tank, and the other one means okay for DPS, or at least like a recommendation system. Other than that, it's pure speculation. So after I specced out into a tank, I decided to do the first dungeon, which was a trial run because you have to deal with AI. And it was a pretty fun experience. The bosses have some unique attack patterns, or at least right now, nothing too complicated. And there's even some unique world effects because I died, and it gets a little questionable at times because I died from the water. The water, if you stand in it too long, will start draining your health. But it happens in the floor, and I'm playing on ultra graphic settings on 1440p because I have a 3080 Ti, and I can't even see all of the water. There's areas where I was stepping and I was like, okay, there's no water, and then I start building stacks. Of course, this is only my first time doing it. There might be a actual technical way to avoid it. But this was my experience as a first time player and a relatively new MMO player. This game has a lot of upsides. I enjoyed my time. I'm only level 15, so I'm only halfway through the leveling process. But I've enjoyed it. I'm curious to see what they do with a housing market because there's houses in their store. And I was even seeing players who have finished the game in the general chat asking, how do we use houses? Is the housing market fixed? So I have no idea what's happening there. That's gonna hopefully not be a challenge in the future. But through and through, I can honestly say I have enjoyed my experience. I've laughed at them swapping languages a lot of times. The combat system feels good to me. Just everything about the game, it's beautiful. It's fun to play. I'm going to continue playing it at least for a while. And I hope that the Western server, because there's only one North American server, I hope it gets more support. And I hope, because they sent out a tweet that they were speaking to Microsoft about it. And if their server is controlled by Microsoft, this game is going to have a rough time. This game is going to have a rough time. Well, that's going to be the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I spent a long time on it, but I do like it. And if you do appreciate it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me at twitch.tv/espagelli. And with that, all I can say is later, bitches.